an iconic shoe for an iconic time, and what we thought was gonna be the last that we'll ever see Michael Jordan hooping the playoff eights. Let's talk about them. Here we have the classic Jordan box that, a lot of other Jordan retros come in. The Jordan 7 comes in this one, obviously the 8, and so on and so forth. There's not much to the box. You got the Nike Air logo here in the side. But besides that, it is pretty much the most basic Jordan box that you can get from any retros. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. I kind of like these boxes. They're classic. I mean, they have all the colorways of the original, any sort of like playoff shoe usually has black, white, or red in it. So I kind of like that. I kind of dig that. But here we go. Boom. Oh, it's already trying to come out. It's already trying to show its little face. Not much into it. Not even a lot number. No nothing. The paper is that sort of plastic, kind of like a plastic bag sort of material. It's nothing that crazy, to be honest. Boxes have really taken a dive unless they're a collaboration. But boom, here we have them, man. Here we have the Jordan 8 Retro Playoffs. I got lucky with this one. I wasn't gonna go for them when they were originally released, like a month or so ago, because I didn't have the money. And then they randomly restocked, I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I said, all right, I think it's time. I need to get any and every OG out there. So I'm a big fan of black shoes, and I just had to get this one, man. It's just so nice. So nice. But let me take them off, and then we'll go over the details and the material of the shoe. Again, no laces. Sucks. But Jordan, it is what it is. $210 and no laces, bro. Why do we keep doing this to ourselves, yo? Why do we keep doing this to ourselves? As far as the upper is definitely, one of the more iconic uppers. For the strap here in the front strap that wraps around the whole collar, ankle area of the foot. Of course, these are probably one of the also top performing basketball shoes, not just because of the lace, but also because the traction is one of the best ones. This outsole is very, very iconic to the playoff. To the Jordan 8s. It's really, got that 90s vibe to it with all the colorful, contrasting colors. You got purple, red, yellow there. You got white. Like, it's crazy. It's busy. I love it. I love the 90s busyness. They kind of like, back in the day, they really did master how to make busy colors work together. So I really do appreciate it, and I'm glad that they kept it, pretty much intact to what the OG is. Here in the midsole, we do have, I don't even know what to call it, but it's like a plastic guard over here. Again, very 90s, reminiscent of the 90s, with so many striking colors really right in your face. I know that there was some concerns about some of these panels right here, saying that they weren't pretty much the same as the originals, as the OGs, saying that this was more so of a leather, a more glossy type of leather. But to me, from here, it basically just looks like nubuck. And if it is leather, instead it just looks like a very dull leather. It's not glossy. It really does look like the OG, and I really like that. I really do appreciate that. Of course, you do got the very iconic 23 here on the lace and the top. It's just such an iconic logo for the number 23. On the tongue, we have the Jumpman logo stitched onto it in a red, and it also has a Chanel type of background on it to like make the logo really pop, which I really do like. That Chanel material is also very reminiscent of the 90s. I really do like that, and I really do appreciate that. For the midsole, I mean, it's a very basic midsole. It has some designs here and there that also kind of mimic here the side panel up here in the front of the toe. It's not that interesting, to be honest. I think this is when the Jordan brand starting to focus a little bit more on performance, and you started to see like a lot of these shoes started to like really take inspiration from their past iterations. Like the 8 really do remind me of the 7s. The 7s remind me of the 6s, and so on and so forth. So this is when they started to do a little bit of a more, I want to say like boot-like, but sort of like really form-fitting type of shoe, and I think that was great, and I think that's what Jordan Brand starting to focus a lot more on. This is also when you started seeing the booty inside. You got this sock liner inside, which a lot of people like to call it like the booty. You see it on the Charles Barkleys, you see it on the sevens, you see it on the like the Max Griffies, and of course you see it in like later iterations of Jordans like the 9. But it's that sort of material, that really soft fabric, really stretchy fabric. It's got a heel pull tab again, really true to the classic OG. And yeah, man, overall I really do like this shoe. I thought I was just gonna get it because it was OG, but I can definitely see myself wearing this one. Like I do like black shoes. Back in the day, all I wore were white shoes, but I quickly like kind of realized that it's kind of meaningless to wear white sneakers because they're gonna get beat up. They really don't keep their color. But yeah, I mean, overall I think the material and the build quality of this shoe is really rugged. It has a weight to it. It's definitely one of the heavier sneakers that I have in my collection. I think it's mostly because of the sole. This is when they started getting a little boot-like in a sense, and you can definitely feel it because of the weight. But really smooth to the touch. The materials, the Nubuck, the Durabuck is really smooth, really nice. The inside sock liner is really soft. The booty, again, I like the design on the in front of it, inside of it. Very 90s, very reminiscent of the time, and they kind of just remind me of my childhood, man. Like I remember when these designs were popping, when they were out and about, and it was just commonplace to see all this sort of like really colorful contrasting designs, and it's something that I wish kind of came back a little bit more. But I just feel like the 90s really made, they just knew how to make these colors work and these designs work together. Nowadays, if you see like a very colorful shoe, like a new design, they just look like a little out of whack and a little too busy. But I feel like the 90s really mastered that balance. So I really like them. I'm gonna go ahead and just put these on feet, make sure they feel comfortable, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on them. So besides, the few here differences from the actual OG playoff 8s, of course you don't have the white lining that you see where the actual leather is cut. And also some of the midsole is a little more grayish in the OG colorway over this one. And this one has like a more of a glittery vibe to it. Overall, I really like this shoe, man. It's an iconic shoe. This was essentially, how Mike capped off his first three-peat, and he wore this during the playoffs. And even though this was like one of the less I want to say memorable shoes in Michael Jordan's career, because he didn't do like, there wasn't an iconic moment. There wasn't like a free throw dunk done in these. There wasn't that kind of stuff. Still an iconic shoe, don't get me wrong, but I still really like this shoe. It's a very clean shoe. It's very nice. As I said, the fit is very form-fitting. You got the double straps here, of course, that I recently learned that Tinker Hatfield actually drew inspiration from the Air Raids, which I actually have a pair. I have a pair of the Lunar Raids. Not entirely sure where they fit in the whole Air Raid scheme, but these also have the two strap on the sides, which you can kind of see where Tinker Hatfield kind of got inspiration for the Jordan 8, at least for the straps on each side, the double strap. But yeah, even the Air Raids, the Lunar Raids, they also have the Chanel here on the logo. And you can definitely see some similarities to the playoff 8s. At least I can see that shoe served as a sort of a inspiration for a lot of elements in the Jordan 8. But overall, a very classic shoe, a very iconic shoe, and there's not much I can say, man. As far as fit, it's really form-fitting. The booty really makes it fit really well on your shoe. And yeah, definitely not a lot of ventilation on this shoe, even though I'm sure it performs great on the court. I can see why people would not want to hoop in these, because you can tell that there's not a lot of ventilation, not a lot of air going in, not a lot of air going out. So your foot is going to get hot in these things if you ever plan to hoop on these. But I do think this is more of a sort of like fall winter shoe that you can wear in casually more than anything. But overall, man, just a classic shoe, even regardless of the changes and the variations from the OG colorway. I still think this is a great pickup, and I'm just so excited to have another OG colorway in my collection. But you let me know down in the comments below what you think of the playoff 8s. Were you able to cop them when they first released? Did you get a chance to get them on the restock? Not a lot of complaints from my side, but let me know down in the comments below. But folks, I've been True Fernie. This has been Shoe Fernie. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down, because believe it or not, every single bit helps. Links to my socials are down below. Please make sure to follow me on Threads, where I spend most of my waking hours talking about sneakers, anime, movies, anything that might interest you as my viewer. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I upload more short form sneaker content and do like really quick reviews on the shoes that I buy, fits, outfits, anything that might interest you as a sneaker fan. Mostly that's where I upload my stuff, and where you can keep up with whatever it might be doing, my travels, me going to the Mavs game, a bunch of different things. But yeah, make sure to follow me on those social media channels. I do not use X, Twitter anymore, whatever it's called anymore. I just don't use it. It's a pain in the ass, that website. But folks, thank you for watching. Please take care of each other, but most importantly, take care of yourself and your playoff 8s. Especially because with this Durabuck, I don't know how much it's going to last in comparison to Nubuck, but Nubuck is a very sensitive material, so make sure to spray your stuff with protective. I just know this plastic panel is going to crack. I've seen people complain about that on older pairs, so it'll be interesting to see how this shoe ages. But what am I saying, bro? Peace.